I got to give a shout out to Yuki Kawamura. Kawamura. I got to say his name right. Uh, Point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. Man's from Japan. He's been in the NBA for a minute, but I got a chance to watch some of the preseason highlights, and I know it's preseason and don't count, but it does it. I mean, some people got jobs that they may not have. This cat belongs. I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna be a strong loaded statement. I know some people were trying to say Magic Johnson, like, cause he threw a couple of nice no look passes. But he's undersized. He's 5'6", 5'8", but he plays with a heart. He guy really shows a lot of something. I'm gonna say a junior whopper version of John Stockton. And I say this because what impressed me watching his floor game was that he was watching the floor really well. He paced really nicely. He only had 2 points, but he had 8 assists. But he got up, got steals, had the floor organized. Now, if John Morant can get him something like that in the backcourt, and if he's playing poise and he doesn't get caught on a lot of error, he can be very dangerous. Yeah, I know there's some big shoes to say when you say a Stockton type, but I'm impressed with what I saw. I like the way he has a lot of fun, underdog, undersized, but he plays with an attitude, but he's calm. That's why I'm saying the John Stockton thing. I never really talked about it. John Stockton was one of the greatest point guards ever and one of the greatest NBA players ever. But what made Stockton work was because he kept a cool demeanor. You couldn't really rattle him like that, and he played within the context. And before people say, well, he had Karl Malone. I remember back in 98 with Stockton against the Knicks. There was a 4-court press in the back. The only other person that the Knicks pulled that 4-court press in the back, the other 94 feet, was Michael Jordan. So that should tell you Stockton was thrifty and creative with the ball. That's why Stockton was one of those guys you thought he could have probably played 30 years in the NBA because he knew how to take care of himself. He knew how to utilize his talents, and he knew how to keep it cool and floor scene in general with what he had and put people in places. So when I saw Yuki Kawamura doing this for Memphis against Chicago, I was impressed how he floor spaced. Sometimes I see somebody, there's always a sleeper guy out there. But if Memphis emerges and they utilize his talents from what I've seen, come back to the video. Come back and let me know what you think. Because Yuki could be a catchphrase. The Kawamura could be a catchphrase. He could be a catchphrase as a planner and a player, especially if him and John Morant can coexist and they got something and they utilizes. Because I like how he puts everybody in place. I like how he paces the floor real nicely. I like how he doesn't get rattled. And that's the key. That you're going to be a successful point guard, especially from a traditional standpoint. So if they utilize that skill set, guys who know they don't have to over stat pad, but they can beat you in different ways. That's very John Stockton-like. That's very Ray Joe Rondo. That's very Jason Kidd. That's very Magic Johnson-like. You're in that kind of category. You know how to compartmentalize what you're doing. So, keep an eye on him. It's exhibition. It's early, and it may or may not, but it might mean something. But I was impressed by what I saw by Yuki Kawamura. So let me know what you think if you've seen him play. And do you think there might be, I know it's big shoes to say, but kind of John Stockton Jr. Whopper type thing going. Kind of, And that's not a diss because that's what he put me in the frame of mind. They tried to say the Magic with the no-look pass, and I can say that, but I like how he was pacing. I watched Stockton actually facilitate and pace with how he would cover the top of the key, how he would go side to side. Stockton had the most distinctive leading standpoint as a point guard that I've seen in the stands, that he would go around the top of the key circle and he could pinpoint his passes. Even though the give and go to him and Malone, he still know how to pinpoint and utilize that circle and always seem to be in his cool. Keep that in mind. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.